are you? How are you today? Let's have a card and see what the energy is for you. Oh right. Did your ex bully you? Okay. I feel they bullied you. Have they bullied you online? Have they sent you horrible messages? I'm just hit that someone's been bullying you. Or when you've called somebody out, they've sent messages that were really quite horrible and were totally not the truth. But, oh, this is interesting. You're in their head. You're the one that got away. You're the one that got away. But instead of telling you that they've absolutely messed it up, they're just sending this. Okay? They are sending messages. Nasty messages. Okay? Right. They want to make you an offer. They want to make you an offer. You're definitely the one that got away. But they're not handling it very well, are they? No. Instead of actually apologising, they're just being quite spiteful with that card. They're being a little bit spiteful. So let's see what else they want to say. Let's see what they really, really want to say. Let's see what is actually going on in their head. Okay, because they've messed up. They've messed up. I'm not sure that you'll ever go back. I think you're just looking at those messages, and I honestly feel today that you're just going, oh right, okay, whatever, delete. You're not even bothering to reply to them now. Okay, in some form you could have even felt a bit harassed. So let's see, let me give these a shuffle. But like I said, I hope you're well, considering. And thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. It's really kind of you. If you'd like a reading, click on the title of this video. The links are in the description box below to the website. All the readings are on there. And check out the free relationship report as well. And I do read all your comments, okay? And I send you so much love. There's some, you know, sometimes I just think to myself, there are just some strange people, aren't there? You know, and especially with you today, looking at this, you know, someone bullying you or just sending stupid messages. Some people just don't think, do they? They don't think. So, anyway, let's see what they'd really like to say. You're always on my mind. Well, yeah, we know that. You're in their head. So, yep, you are definitely the one that had an escape, I'm hearing, actually. I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. No, they're not handling it. You know, they're either completely ignoring you or they're sending you stupid, ridiculous messages that are either vile or don't make any sense whatsoever. You're not getting anywhere. That's what I'm hearing. You're just not getting anywhere. Nothing's been resolved. And it doesn't have to be like this. This could have been so much easier. Not only did you have the hurt that you've gone through, but you've had a load of nonsense. An absolute load of nonsense. Every time my phone goes, I hope it's you. I've been manifesting you. All right. So, have they had this the other day? Someone had been, I don't know, seeing someone who was psychic or an intuitive, or maybe they've been, because you can manifest anyone back. It just, you know, it's up to you. You have to change the story. And some relationships, it's just, you know, you think, I haven't really got the energy, or the story is just too toxic. And, you know, in those cases, you know, you do always do what is right for you. But in those cases, sometimes people just think, well, what lesson can I learn from this? And usually what happens is eventually, because those sort of relationships leave you so traumatized that you don't even know who you are anymore, that eventually you do start to really value yourself more. And at the end of it, the lesson or whatever your soul wanted to experience is you come back to yourself. You realise you don't need somebody else's validation, or you don't need them to say you look pretty or handsome, or however you identify. You don't need somebody's permission to do something. You're just like, you know what? I'm actually good enough all on my little own. All right, so, but anyway, let's get back to this person. Let's have a look at the past. Let's have a look at the past of this relationship. What's the root, please? Okay, could have a water sign. They were very loving. You could have had children with them, or stepchildren, or blended families. Very loving, very kind, very empathetic. But on a bad day, extremely emotionally manipulative. And I'm hearing that they would bring up something that happened years ago, or something you told them that they would emotionally try and blackmail you with. All right. Yeah. In the past, there's some karma here. Justice is at the bottom, or you've had legal issues with this person. But in the past, I can see that somebody got a bit restless. They started looking elsewhere. Okay. And I think you knew this. But instead of them actually admitting that or trying to work with you, because, you know, relationships end, okay? It's life. They do end. But when I said earlier, some people are just strange, you know, and they hadn't walked in your shoes also. One more on the past, please. Yeah. They became in the past quite controlling. They could have controlled the finances, but they were quite controlling about what you should be doing, saying, wearing or feeling. But themselves, they were quite happy doing what they wanted to do. So very egotistical. They could be happy and charming one day and an absolute bully the next day. Okay. They had a big ego. They thought they knew better. Bit of a hot temper as well, but I do feel they were quite controlling with you. I don't think they can believe that you're not even really interested anymore. That's what I'm hearing. That you're really not. You're almost like grey rocking them, especially with this bullying or messaging or, you know, stupid comments they've been leaving. Let's see what else is going on in this person's energy. Has that gone wrong? Yeah, has that gone wrong? Time to say goodbye, yeah. They actually could have had an affair with somebody else, I can't lie. You know, with that 2 of Wands in the past, it is somebody looking at other options. They can get bored easily, or they're really cool to be with, but they are chasing dopamine or whatever they're doing. But I feel that there was some commitment they went into that they're now trying to get rid of. All right? And I feel that that is part of what is going on with this person, because you have pulled back. Let's just have a look at your energy. Just have a look at your energy a minute. Gosh, you're in a better place without them. And if you're not, you're soon going to be. Have you met someone else? Or if you haven't, you're going to. Or you're just happy on your own. You've made a choice to protect your peace so much that after this struggle and everything that was thrown at you, okay, you're protecting your peace. You're going to be just fine, you know, regardless of all of this. Your energy has come out as the 10 of Cups and the Sun. So the 10 of Cups, if you want another relationship, you are going to find somebody who gives you the 10 of Cups, which is beautiful. It's just contentment. It's everything that you could ever really want in a relationship. Someone who's kind, caring, all of it. And more than that for you, it's stability. It's stability. because your ex in the past was probably quite a flirt, a bit of a charmer. They could turn the stuff on, you know what I mean, okay? But you are going to be fine. If you're not in this energy yet, please hold on, because you are going to be, okay? I'm going to have a quick look, because in your energy I've got the Lovers. Now, I think this is somebody else coming in. The Lovers is also a choice card, because this ex is in your energy. That's why they're here. They're frustrated. They're not, you know, I think they're just going through all your photos. They're going over and over and over in their head. They're not happy where they are. You know, they don't like the fact that you're not controllable anymore, all right? But you've got a choice. Who's this new person, please? Who's this new person? Somebody could be an air sign, a new person. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It's somebody that is going to be very sudden. Now, this person's going to be good with communication. They're very truthful. They're quite direct. And they are to the point, okay? You might not have even thought this new person was even an option for you. They weren't your type. Or you might not even like them. You know, sometimes when you meet someone who's a bit direct, a bit blunt, a bit truthful, or they're quite intelligent and they're just somewhere else, but then as you really get to know them, you think, wow, I actually really like this person. It's going to be somebody you don't think you would have fallen for. That's where I'm trying to get to, okay? Page of Cups. But you are going to start exchanging messages. They are going to tell you the truth about how they feel. So you are going to get a message from somebody else. Definitely, I'm getting a lot of air with the new person. What is the ex going to feel? What is the ex going to feel? Oh, the ex is going to not be happy with the Eight of Swords. You're just absolutely going to do their fruiting. That's pretty UK. You are going to drive them mad in their mind, because swords are the mind. It's the mental realm, okay? They're going to be so up in their head because they're not happy with whatever they faked to get. They want to leave the situation they're in, all right? But they are restricted. You have got this coming in and a new person, and your ex is going to go into this energy, which, yeah, you play with fire and that's what you get. You know, what you put out eventually doesn't happen immediately all the time. It can be years later, trust me. But what you put out will come round to bite you later on, okay? So your ex is going to be in the Ten of Swords energy, all right, where everything has gone, because this is going to happen in your ex's energy. The tower's coming down. That ego, that false character, the way that they move the room, you know, actor energy, very overbearing, flirtatious, possibly affairs, chatting to people online, using their emotions or trying to use your emotions to get their own way. If they don't get their own way, they can bully, okay? But at the end of the day, you are going to be fine, and you are going to live in this person's head rent-free, and they're just going to be sat up all night looking at old photographs of you, photos on phones, whatever it is you did, listening to music. I'm wondering where the hell this all went wrong, okay? But you are going to move on to something far, far more beautiful, okay? And what you're going to love about this new person is you will always know where you are with them. There's no agenda. There's no agenda. There's no saying one thing and doing another, or saying one thing and meaning something else. And I'm hearing for you, that will be so refreshing. Okay, so refreshing. So I was going to say I'll leave it, but I don't know. I just want to see where you might meet this new person. Just get this deck out. I won't be a minute. Just have a look. Okay, could be a family gathering or in a public space. Family gathering, okay. Or a restaurant. Or there's something to do with public transport in here as well. Okay, now that can be somebody's career, or if they're retired, what they did before. So yeah, we've got family gatherings, we've got public transport in here, and also I've got a restaurant, I've got an oldie worldy street, I've got somewhere that you might go that's very, it's filled with antiques, or it's not modern. Okay. It's not a modern building, it's an old building, it's got antiques, it's vintage. There's something vintage here as well. Yeah, and this person you're going to meet is going to like going to the cinema, films, festivals and books as well. So leave it with you. You'll hear from that ex again, because you're going into this with somebody new. There's going to be a choice to make, okay? And when you decide whatever you decide, that is going to be your ex's energy. They're going to go into the tower, all right? Because I just feel that they're not going to be because they don't have very good skills in something anyway, they're not going to be able to handle the fact that you're just like, no, go away. Don't want it anymore. Bye. Tootle pip. So just be yourself, love yourself, and remember, you don't do breadcrumbs, okay? You have the whole loaf because you deserve it. You deserve it. Doesn't matter who bullies you, who says what to you. That is a reflection on them. Just laugh at it. Just laugh at it. Don't give it your energy. Your energy is your life currency, okay? Don't give it to them. Just stand up straight, look yourself in the mirror and say, God, I love you, okay? And I love you as well. So I'll speak to you soon. Keep rocking. All right, bye.